Hey there, good looking. Join me for this all levels total body strength workout. This is going to be a burner. You are going to love it. We're performing a dumbbell complex for this workout. So that means that we have 3 exercises that we're going to do back to back for 3 rounds using the same pair of dumbbells. It's a really fun way to train. It's also going to get the heart rate up. Now, you'll also hear me just talk a lot about 12 days of Christmas stuff. Well, this is also part of a challenge on Over 50 Fitness. We are releasing some of the workouts on YouTube. However, we would love for you to come join us in the full challenge. I've got a 14-day trial link down below in the description. Now, for equipment, please grab what you consider are light to moderate to heavy dumbbells. So for reference, I've got everything from 8s to 12s. All right, let's go start training. Before we start the workout, if you'd like to track your fitness on your watch, press start now. For reference, I chose the HIIT setting on my Apple Watch because, as I mentioned, this is going to get your heart rate up. Let's start by warming up our core and then work into a stand position. On all fours for me, please. Wrists under shoulders, knees apart underneath the hips. Tuck the toes under, lift the knees for what we call bear pose. Breathe it there. Grip the mat with your fingertips if you're feeling the pressure on the wrists. Now you're also going to get a nice firing up of the quads here. Shoulders away from ears. Breathe. We're just here for 5 more seconds. Lower the knees. Bird dog. Extend one arm in the opposite leg. Hips stay squared. Rotate the thumb up to the ceiling. Alternating sides here. Once you've seen me, let's just take a gaze at the top of your mat. Reaching it. Fingertips all the way down to the heel. One more each side. Last one. Beautiful. Open the knees up for me. Sit back just a tad. A left hand behind the ear. Elbow to inside elbow. Rotate, look up. So we're just sitting back just a touch so we keep the low back out of the equation as we do these rotations for your thoracic spine, your T-spine. So warming up mid back and shoulder here. Last 2. One more. Plant the left, right hand light behind the ear, same thing. Trying to point the elbow up to the ceiling. One more. Excellent. Come off of the hands. I want you to step on up. No assistance. How'd you do? Good. Step it back, take it into a lunge, reach the arms up, thumbs go behind you. Now your lunge goes as deep as it feels comfortable for your knees. It can be a tap back, getting a nice extension in the hip flexor. My more advanced people, perhaps we're bringing the knee right down. Keep those arms moving. In the dumbbell complex, we're using compound exercises for a lot of them. So that requires multiple joints moving. 2 more. Last one. Excellent. Let's get the side of the hip engaged. One under your mat. Sink down into a quarter squat. Going to be 3 side steps. Controlling toes, knees, hips, shoulders to me. And then back. Sink it down a bit deeper if you want to get yourself a little warmer, faster. I'm going to leave that up to you. I'll start being bossy pants during the workout. One more time, there and back home. Let's go back home. Excellent. Find yourself and step it and kick it. Get into those hamstrings. Working your best high kicks, getting ready for Broadway. Reaching the hand up. One more. Excellent. Feet wide, toes turned out. Let's sink down into a nice deep squat. Knees track with second toes. Drive yourself up. So see if we can go past parallel to the ground with the thighs. But again, it's all dependent on how the joints are feeling today, how you're feeling today. Reach the arms forward. Nice. Now let's keep the chest lifted and the gaze up. So we have 30 seconds of work today, only a 10-second transition. I tried to keep everything either standing or on the mat. There is one circuit where we're doing a bit of both. So if you miss a couple of reps, because it takes a little longer for you to get up off the ground, don't worry about it, okay? One more, please. March it out. All right, let's grab a sip of water. We're gonna get started. We're starting with a dumbbell clean. So you're gonna want probably some moderate weight dumbbells for this dumbbell complex. I'm gonna try my 12s. With the clean, we wanna use a hip hinge to clean them up, and then we squat it down. So let's try it. Bum back, hip hinge. Good. Bum back, hip hinge. Now, if you don't want to do the clean or the squat, there you go. So it's more of, we're working more of the hinge. So if you're trying to save your knees, because we are doing a lot of knee stuff today, this is how you would save the knees. One more. All right. We keep those same dumbbells. Push, press. Legs are going to help. So we drive the dumbbells up above the head. Core is braced. 3, 2, 1, go. Push, press. So a little heavier than what we would do for a strict press, because the legs are helping us. We're bending, boom, exploding up. When the timer goes, we're going to keep the dumbbells loaded on the shoulders and perform a front squat. However, at any time, if it doesn't feel good, drop the hands. No problem. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Squat it. So this is our third move. And we flow through it 2 more times. Push the hips back, sink them back, like you're going to sit in a chair. Beautiful. Now knees are tracking with the second toe. Abs are braced, protecting that low back. Chest up, head up. Thank you. One more. Whew. All right, so dumbbell clean. If you don't want to do the squat, it's a hinge. Catch them. All right, or join me. So I am using hips to get the dumbbell up there. It's not a bicep curl and then I sink down into a squat. All right, there's power to this. Speed, strength. So really use those glutes, move them back, shift them forward. Time. All right, so power moves are really great, especially as we age. Our ability to react quickly and with speed diminishes, which can cause a lot of serious consequences. Push press in real life. Use those legs, drive those dumbbells up. So this workout would be great for anyone in their 80s because it's going to teach them how to react quickly, which really diminishes when we get into our older years. Of course, they would need to work up to a level of weight, but they can be trained. You can be trained and heavy at any age. We just got to progressively overload you and get you there. Front squat, rack them up. 3, 2, 1, drop it down. Nice and slow and controlled. Again, please keep that chest up. Nice, thank you. Do you feel the heart rate going? You can probably hear my breathing. One more. Whew. All right. One more time through, okay? And then we grab a water break and we move into a new circuit. Here we go. Dumbbell clean. Save the knees. Just do a little tiny catch with the knees. Or, hup. Hip hinge. Good. Hip hinge. Head up, chest up. Breathe it. One more. Woo. All right, push press. So, you ready? Of course. Ready? Generate the power with the legs. Breathe out as we press up. Nice. Take your time, reset. Abs braced, nothing in the low back. Woo! All right, we got front squat and then water break. I think we deserve a water. So rack them up, chest up, head up, knees track with the second toe. Think about depth here, not speed. So this is not like the clean. All right, now we're slow controlled. Focusing on knees tracking, quads firing up. We're weighted up here, so we've got a lot of core involved. We're also weighted on the scoliosis system, right? Our skeleton. So good for the bones. And time. Woo! All right, 30-second breather. This next series, cheers, is one where we are down and then up. Again, sometimes we just need to do that to manipulate gravity so we get the right muscles working. So I always want good programming for you guys. Sometimes that enables an up and down. Still have your dumbbells. I'm still using those 12s. Push up or join mini-me and do a chest press. All right? From the knees or toes, my hands are on the dumbbell. So when I come up, I've got them ready for that second exercise. My elbows are going to track to the back of the mat. Hands are just slightly wider than my shoulders. I'm moving my body like a single unit. I'm thinking core control here. Moving plank. Or I'm doing a chest press with mini-me, elbows in front of the shoulders, pressing up, touching above the chest. Okay, we good with that? Good. Now I want you to stand. Hip hinge, hold here, drive the elbows up, squeeze the shoulder blades. Now we're going to work the opposing muscle group of the push-up, our back muscles with a bent over row. We want to maintain that neutral spine. Brace those abs. Pull up, squeeze those shoulder blades. Nice and slow. When we're done, deadlifts coming up. So our body position isn't going to change too much for the next one. Come to stand. All right, now, I like a deadlift with a bent knee, or what we call Romanian deadlift. So we're going to bend the knee slightly, then push the hips back, and dumbbells come down like we're shaving our legs, and pull back to stand. Neutral spine, all that good stuff. Shoulder blades are pinched. So we got a little bit of upper back working here when we're doing the deadlift. And then feeling the back of the thighs and the glutes. So this is the last exercise of the series. We're going to go back to the push-up, or perhaps you opted for the chest press, and flow through it 2 more times. Last one. All right, so keep your hands on the dumbbell so when we pop up for the rows, they're there. You choose what you're going to do. Could be on the toes too if your push-ups are pretty, and lower and press. Take your gaze up. Don't let that head drop. Again, elbows are tracking behind you slightly, not flared out completely from side of room to side of room. Strong plank when you come down and when you press up. Breathe out as we press back up. One more. Beautiful, come to stand. And we're coming to stand with dumbbells in our hand. So it's a functional movement, right? How many times do we get off the ground with something in our arms? Maybe it's a cat, an animal. Here we go, pull up. But there are probably times in your day where you are down and you're coming to a stand with some load. So a lot of what we do here is helping you in your day-to-day activity in life. It may not look like it mimics the exact same thing you do in day-to-day life, but we're getting the muscles and connective tissue, time, and your nervous system set up so it can do it. All right, deadlift, dumbbells in front. Start with a bent knee and then slide down. Drive to stand. Bend knee slightly, down. A lot of core on this one as well. Few more reps. We go through this one more time. All right, push up with me or chest press with mini me. Situate your hands wider than shoulders. Long plank with the body. Gaze at the top of the mat. If you're with mini me, back of the neck is long. Elbows in front of the shoulders, wrists straight, knuckles to the ceiling. Last two. One more. Come to stand. I like the push-up too because we're weight bearing on our wrists. So it's going to help the bone in the wrist there because bone building is site specific. So the hip hinge, arms down, brace the abs, row up. Pushing your tailbone up to the ceiling. You want that lumbar curve there. And then we draw the belly button in, almost like somebody's going to come sucker punch us. And that's bracing the abs, activating that deep TVA, transverse abdominis muscle to protect your spine. Last few reps here. Breathe out, pull up. One more. Come to stand. All right, so I want you to keep that TVA activated. Shoulders pulled back and down. Bend the knees, slide the dumbbells down. Come to stand. Good. Two more reps, and then we get water break. One more. Woo, all right. Moving on. So now we're moving into not as many compound exercises on this one. We've got single joint for one of them and then compound. So I'm going to knock it down to 10 pounds. We're starting with a bicep curl. So nice and tall in the spine. Join me. Curl up. Keep the elbows underneath the shoulders. Slowly come back down. So don't swing and don't get in the habit of bringing your elbows forward when we curl up to the shoulders. That's going to disengage a lot of the bicep muscle that we're trying to train. So might as well do it right? Still bracing those abs though. Now I like this standing as opposed to seated because we are working bone and we are working balance, something that we all need to work on as we get older. All right, so now we're performing a strict press. Dumbbells here, we did a push press with the assistance of the legs. So a strict press is exactly that, it's strict, no legs. Abs braced. Now I find my palms facing me is a better positioning for your shoulder. So play around with what feels best for your shoulder joint. Is it a military press? For most, it's not. It's palms facing. So why I like shoulder exercises done with dumbbells as opposed to a barbell, where your hands are fixed. Here, you can position your hands and shoulders in a better positioning that feels good for you. All right, dumbbells are down by your side, feet hip width apart, step back into a lunge. You drop it down as low as you feel comfortable. Again, remember my warm up. I said perhaps it's a step back, keeping that back leg straight. And you're working, bending that front knee, working weight transference as you step. Up to you. I want you to encourage a little knee bend though. If you don't use it, you lose it, for lack of sounding too cliche. Let's get one more in. All right, those are our moves. So get ourselves set up. Give me that cough and then hold that bracing with the abs. Elbows under shoulders, curl. Slowly back home. Good job, you. For those of you that are doing this workout as part of the challenge and ads free on Over 50 Fitness, we started out with a bang, didn't we? I've got 12 days of fun workouts set out for you guys. You're gonna love it. One more. All right, strict press. So if that means we knock down to one weight and holding on to two with both hands, go for it. Again, position the hands and when it feels best for the shoulder joint. Knees soft, maybe you like a staggered stance. Breathe out as we press. One more. Woo! Spicy in those shoulders. Feet hip width, shoulders back and down. Let's get into that alternating lunge, stepping rear. Feet stay hip width apart as we step back. So we've got that balance, we've got that stability. If you want to make it a little more glute dominant, hinge over the thigh as you step back. Some also tell me that they feel that it's better on their knees. They don't feel the knees as much by doing that because more glute are taking over. So again, you get to play around with an exercise. Work it for how you feel. I'll always try to meet you where you're at. Time. All right, last one, bicep curls. Nice and tall on that spine. Brace those abs. 3, 2, 1, curl up. Slowly come back home. Nice, take it slow because these are heavy weights. I'm hoping that we're feeling challenged by them. Now, this isn't going to go as heavy as you normally can. A dumbbell complex is almost similar to a Metcon. Our weight is dropped a little bit. But all our muscles are in constant tension for 3 entire sets. This is very little rest, right? One more. Excellent. All right, we've got that strict press. Maybe you feel better with the staggered stance. 1 or 2 dumbbells. 3, 2, 1. Press, don't use the legs. Brace through those abs. Breathe out as we press up. See if we can get one more in here. Yes. All right, alternating lunges. Shoulders back and down. Here we go. Step it back. You take it at a depth that feels good for you. Maybe you're adding that hinge forward over the thigh. Last move, we'll grab a sip of water, and then our final dumbbell complex just requires 1 dumbbell, and we're going to move into our core. It's going to be spicy. But we need to do it. Strong core equals strong lifts. Last one. Woo. All right. I'm going to keep my 1 10-pound dumbbell. Now I'm going to show the move. There's only one, or actually no, there's 2, that if you have osteoporosis, you're going to switch it up a bit just to keep it safe for your spine. Let's take it down now, you guys. Legs up. Hold on to that dumbbell. My osteo people, you're going to keep the shoulders and head on the ground. Draw the belly button in towards the spine. Everybody else, crunch up and hold that as we slowly lower. 1 leg at a time. Chin slightly tucks in. Or maybe you've opted, keep the head and shoulders on the ground. Same thing, 30 seconds of work here, gang. Very little rest in between, 3 rounds, and then we're done the workout. Well, kind of. Sorry. Woo! All right, come into a seated position. For my osteo crew, neutral spine, dumbbell here, and you're just holding. All right, everybody else, I want you to twist back like you're trying to drive the elbow to the behind you as the dumbbell comes, so Russian twist. We're holding that neutral spine, sitting back, feeling the abs grab and maintaining this. Again, osteo people, please don't twist. 10 more seconds, and then alternating one-legged bridge. We'll have the dumbbell on the hips. One more time. All right, dumbbell on hips. Pick a leg, heel close to the bum. Hold the dumbbell so it stays on the hips. Drive up, other leg. So we're alternating single leg bridge. We want the heel close to the bum so we can feel the glute. If you feel the hamstring cramping, that means that your glute's not firing up. So I want you to get rid of the dumbbell and do 2-footed bridges and place your hands on your butt and really palpitate and feel the glute and focus on the glute doing the movement. We got to walk before we run here. All right, from the top, dumbbell straight up, legs straight up. My osteoporosis people, you're staying right here. Everybody else, we lift, heel drop, breathe. It's a good little strengthening exercise for the neck as well, isn't it? I know I need that. Now, I'm not trying to make us into F1 drivers, but we do need strong neck muscles. Woo! Seated position. All right, now my osteo crew, you're gonna lean back, hold here, and breathe. Everybody else, twist, driving the elbow back. You're gonna feel quads and hip flexors too, for sure. I am as well. You're not doing it wrong. One-legged bridges coming up in less than 10 seconds. Whew. All right. Pick a leg, heel close to the bum, or maybe you were cramping and you got both heels on the ground. 3, 2, 1, drive up, other leg. Again, if you are cramping, please knock it back, no weight, 2 feet on the ground. Palpitate the rear end, focus on the glutes doing the work, and build yourself from there. We got to activate the right muscle before we add intensity to the movement. All right, team, last time. Here we go. Dumbbell is up, arms are straight, legs are up. My osteo crew, you're going to stay right here. Otherwise, lift up, gazing more forward than straight up. Woo, baby. Man, does my neck need some work. Did you feel your neck muscles too? Yeah. It's good though. It's good. All right. Stay here if you have osteo. Neutral spine, leaning back. Otherwise, drive the elbow back and see if we can get the back of the palm to hit the mat. Breathe it. Moving it through the torso, through the waist, not just swinging the arms. There's a definitive twisting action happening to hit those obliques. One more each side. Last one. Woo! All right, dumbbell on the hips, crew. Heel close to the bum. Leg up. Back and neck long, drive up, switch legs. Hey, this is our last exercise. As I said, kind of. For the 12 days of Christmas, each day we are doing movements to match the song. So on the first day of Christmas, my trainer gave to me a 1-minute wall sit. How evil was that giggle? Time. Woo. All right. We are going to put the timer on. I got to find it. I need you to find a space on your wall. If you don't have wall space, you can hang out into a static squat. Up to you. Yeah, no, we don't get a rest yet. We're not done yet. This is it, though. And lucky us, it's day 1, right? By day 12, we're going to have to go through 12, 11, 10, 9. It's going to be quite the finisher. Through the entire series for the 12 days, it'll be body weight only that we're using for these finishers. And you won't be doing it on the 6th day, which is our stretch day. All right, feet out, away from your wall, shoulder width apart, sink down. Where's my timer? I lost it already. And drop. Thighs parallel with the floor. Now slide the chin in so the back of the head hits the wall. Stay here and just find your happy place. Breathe it out. Whew, I'm sweaty. I was having such a good hair day too. I hope it's still looking good. I gotta go out right after this. Look at that. We're already at 30 seconds. No problem. So you've probably already done the math because you guys are really smart, much smarter than me when it comes to math. But by the end of the 12 days of Christmas, we will have done 12 minutes of wall sits. No, 11 minutes because we don't do it on day 6. Merry Christmas. You're welcome. Last 3, 2, 1, and whoa. Hey? Yeah, that burns, I know. Done. Whew. All right, let's stretch the quads. What do you think? Yeah. Grab onto something if you need to. Bring the heel up if that's not available. Pant leg, back a shoe, or put a stretch tie around the foot and use that. Now drive the knee so it's pointed straight down. I don't want it in front. And now squeeze your glutes to me. Good. Woo. So that workout pretty much hit every muscle. I wanted to deliver. Money back guarantee here. Release, other side. Squeeze the hips. Now let's use that wall again. You can also use a door frame and get into the front of the body. Elbow up, shoulder height. Forearm and hand pressing on the wall. Step forward with that inside leg and lean forward. And that might feel good, but here's what's going to make it feel better. Now we're going to turn and look over the outside shoulder. And that's going to give you a nice stretch through the pec. So again, this is what I look like here, and then I look over, trying to get it all through here. This is also really good if you struggle with your posture. Remembering that posture is more than just strengthening your upper back. It's also creating some length in the front of the body. Other side. Inside leg steps forward. Look over the outside shoulder and then turn. Nice. Now let's get into, this is actually going to hit the hip flexor in addition to our obliques and abs and all sorts of good stuff. Knee to the mat for me. Step forward, lunge forward, and tighten up this back glute. Inhale the arm straight up, separating rib from hip, and then lean away. This actually feels better if you've got something to hold on to on the one side. Now we also want to pay attention to this back leg. You can have the toe tucked under or flat, doesn't matter, but what I don't want is the leg crossed over the midline. I want that heel and knee lined up. Somebody once pointed out to me that I tuck the toe under for one side and leave the foot flat for the other. I did not know that. The things I learn about myself through you guys. Thank you. And so she asked me why, and I had no explanation. Just, that's what I do, I guess. Now let's take this arm, circle it back nice and slow. It's going to feel so nice. Ah, nice. Let's do the other side. Again, we want to lunge far enough forward and then tighten that back glute. It's going to give more of a release to your hip flexor. Inhale the arm up, lean away. Now we're hitting side of body, oblique, TFL muscle in the front of the hip, lats. Circle the arm behind, nice and slow. Beautiful. On the forearms, drop the hips. Just hold here, getting into the low back, some extension and stretching the abs. Now, if we want to intensify this, bend the knees and swing the legs side to side. And I'm allowing my hips to move a bit with this. I'm incredibly tight in this movement, so I do this a lot, and so far I haven't noticed much change, but I know that if I keep going, it will improve. All right, feet down, lift the chest up a bit more, or maybe you slide the hands underneath the shoulders and press up. Your choice. 2 more breaths. And finish off by sitting back on our heels. Or maybe you're going to do it more of a puppy pose if the knees are tender and sitting back doesn't work. So your choice. Come on up. We did it! For those of you on Over 50 Fitness, day 1, done and dusted. Tomorrow's workout is a cardio workout, so we'll give the strength muscles a bit of a break. For everyone, drop a comment down below. I would love to hear from you. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and we will see you next workout. Bye! Hey there, good looking. Join me for this total body strength workout in which we're going to perform it as a dumbbell complex. So if that's unfamiliar to you, it's a training principle where we work this back-to-back muscle. Let's try that again.